BodyBags, where horror lies.
Guys, Roth from Georgia here with you, aka VHS82 apostrophe. It is week, what is it? 529 here at BodyBags, and I, VHS82 apostrophe, am your regular Wednesday evening host here. And tonight, or this week, really is a year week, and it is the year 1999. And I originally was going to go with another film from 99, but knowing that I'm going to be reviewing this afterwards, right after this, and as a heavy film as this is, I really did need to see something a little bit lighthearted. I'm not sure how many detractors this film has. It is a remake, of course, the 32, I think it's 32, the original Mummy. But really, this film, The Mummy, with Brendon Fraser, really acts as sort of a, what does it look like when you combine Indiana Jones, say, and The Mummy, the 32 Mummy. You have this. And it's been a long time since I watched this, but I did want to show, being that we're starting to really focus more and more on physical media and the importance of physical media. I got this set, actually, just to date myself a little bit. You'll see my original. Oh, it's actually fallen a little bit. There we go. There you go. Oh, of course it just fell out. Dang it. Let's see here. I lived in Massachusetts at the time, and this was 99, of course. This was on a Sunday at 1:30 p.m. At the Showcase Lowell Cinemas. Saw quite a few movies there, actually, when we lived there. But Walmart put this, well, I say Walmart put it out. Got it at Walmart, and this really is the way to deal with something like this in terms of packaging. Of course, this is not a bad job. Of course, disc one is already out. And this was really super affordable. I mean, this couldn't have been more than 12, $15 maybe, at the time when I picked it up. So, you got all the movies in here, and some extras or whatnot, which, some of the stuff on there, I guess. Anyways, this is the way to do it, man. I mean, Walmart still is that place where you can pick up something like this from time to time. Now, in the new era of inflation and everything else, it's become harder and harder. And of course, with Walmart, the $7.50, $5 bins, at least for me, where I live here in Georgia, are pretty much non-existent anymore. Really, all you have is limited to the shelf. And you just don't have what you used to have in terms of buying power at Walmart. But it is always worth keeping an eye open to see what's on the shelf, because you never know. This was a surprise one day. I wasn't even looking, and just happened to be walking by the shelf, and I saw this, and I'm like, worth getting. So anyways, The Mummy, Stephen Sommers film. He's known for Deep Rising, if you didn't know that, from 98, I think. Yeah. Rachel Weisz is in this. Brendon Fraser is Rick, and of course Evelyn or Evie. I can't remember what he called her. John Hannah's in this thing. Kevin J. O'Connor, Aaron Ipalé, if that's how you say it, as Pharaoh Seti the First, and of course Arnold Vosloo as Imhotep. And this is, of course, a remake of the 32 film by Karl Freund, starring Boris Karloff. Of course, Jerry Goldsmith does the score for this, which is pretty good. It was budgeted, its budget was like 80 mil, I think it was, and it brought back like 416. That's the way you're supposed to do it in terms of money. Adrian Biddle, who is the cinematographer, he did things like, get this, Aliens, Event Horizon, Reign of Fire, which is funny. I just mentioned Reign of Fire on an X-Files episode that I just reviewed for my channel. Rob Boneman directed that film, and of course directed Sleepless, episode 4 of season 2 of the X-Files. But anyways, it is a really it is a light-hearted Indiana Jones-esque adventure. It is it is extremely entertaining. It is really lighthearted as well, at least when you're comparing it to something like Don't Torture a Duckling by Lucio Fulci. This is just fun. This is fun, and I needed this after watching and taking in that other film. This does have some horror elements. God, this thing's driving me nuts. Does have some interesting horror elements, although very restrained in terms of how it carries itself out. But there's situations, actually some really kind of neat, especially dealing with Pharaoh Seti's wife. I can't think of her name now. I wish I would have wrote it down. But there's a few moments when he brings her back towards the end that actually get a little terrifying. And I say terrifying in the sense of, it's a fun sense of terrifying, right? But it is a real fun movie. And so really you follow Brendan Fraser's character, Rick, has been there at the I think, what do they reference it as? The City of the Dead, I think. I can't remember. And of course, Evelyn is a librarian, and when she realizes where he's been and that he can take her there, it is an adventure to be had. And so, mummies, some early CGI, which wasn't bad. It's CGI. It is what it is. But Brendan Fraser really makes this, and Rachel Weisz really, and John Hannah, everyone, the whole supporting cast, really make this movie really fun. The opening scene is really good. I love it when you have the betrayal of Pharaoh Seti the First, and he realizes his wife has been unfaithful, and with who she's been unfaithful. That does create a nice way to start off and create sort of a place where you'll return, but much later in time, right? I think there's two parts in this, or two parts in this movie that just make me laugh out loud. When Benny is first confronted with Imhotep, the mummy version of Imhotep, he's got the neck he's got like 30 religious symbols, and he's just rolling through one after another, and finally he hits the Jewish symbol. That is the one, of course, that being the slaves of Egypt, right? That is the one that carries weight with Imhotep. The other scene involving Imhotep that I absolutely love is when Brendan Fraser, once Rick realizes that he does not like cats, there is a major scene that unfolds where Rick, he suddenly turns, he goes, "Look what I got," and he puts up the cat, and just the expression on the cat's face, the expression on Imhotep, it's just a fun movie. It's an enjoyable movie. It is. I think the movie has its detractors. I've heard certain podcasters who, are, really loyal to the 32 film. And I'm like that too with certain movies. I'm very, very loyal. But there are good remakes out there. When I say good remakes, I'm not putting the Mummy remake next to, say, the 78 Invasion of the Body Snatchers to its original, or Cronenberg's Fly to its original. It's not that kind of a great remake. It is an entertaining, and it's, I watched The Mummy, actually the original 32, right after this. It only has a runtime of I want to say an hour and 17 minutes, maybe not even that long. Hour and 12 minutes. It feels longer than it is, and that's not a bad thing. It's a good thing. But I was reminded just how freaking awesome the original 32 Mummy is. And when the Mummy first awakes, it is just great old-time Universal stuff. This is not what that is. This is another way to approach that story, but I guess from an Indiana Jones-like way. And it works for what it is. It works. It's fun. It's entertaining. It's thrilling. It's a roller coaster ride. It's got some shaky CGI, but it's enjoyable shaky CGI. You just go with it. You just sit back and, you know, especially if you've watched something, you know, really, really, really heavy, like I'm about to review here in a minute. This is a joy to sit and watch, an absolute joy. So if you're like really set in the earlier Mummy films, or maybe not even the original as much as other Mummy films that, you know, came out after, and you want, and this one for whatever reason is not enjoyable to you, I say watch something really super heavy, like I Spit on Your Grave, or Last House on the Left, or Don't Torture a Duckling, Cannibal Holocaust, and then watch this. I have a feeling you're going to enjoy this movie. You're really going to enjoy it because it is a huge break away from watching something very heavy. So it's a fun movie, man, and I really dug it. I haven't watched it in a while, and I'm really glad that I did pick up this release there at Walmart. It is simply just Universal put out, but it is a nice little collection of The Mummy, The Mummy Returns, of course, Tomb of the Dragon Emperor, take that for what you will, The Scorpion King, and then of course all the extras that come with it. Yeah, the bonus disc. That's, you know, not a bad release, man. The Mummy, it is what it is. For me, the standout here probably is the guy who plays Pharaoh Seti the First, as well as the guy who plays Imhotep. Is a lot of fun. Benny's a lot of fun for what he is. Rick, of course, Brendon Fraser's a lot of fun, and Weisz. But I think for me, maybe the standout is Pharaoh Seti the First. Aaron Ipalé may be the standout. I wish I could have seen him more in what he was in terms of his character, his relationship to his wife, and how all that goes down. It's just a quick opening. It is I think it's a very effective opening. It's an enjoyable opening in the sense of just being immersed into early Egypt and what that might have looked like, you know, from the vantage point of watching, you know, this film. It's just a fun movie. So here in 1999, that's all you're getting all week long. Here at week 529 is 99. Trying to think at the end, theme week. Trying to remember what the theme is. Dang, I kind of forgot what the theme is at the end of the week. I don't know how I did that. Wow. Anyways, there is a theme at the end of the week. And I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's good. We got another random week, then we got a Christmas week and our theme, and on to January. So all my hopes, all my wishes for this month as this season unfolds, I hope nothing but the very, very best for you, for your family. I hope the time is enjoyable. I was telling Jason, our Tuesday reviewer, that we had lost a few inflatables in our front yard. They just sort of gave up the ghost. But if that's the worst that happens this week, we're in probably pretty good shape. So, yeah, it's not a big deal. Anyways, got the Bills on later on TV today, so hopefully that will go well. As always, we end these things off with Go Bills.
This is not a dream. Not a dream.
We might be useful to